Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jerry, and welcome to Bread and Breath Devotional, a daily moment to slow down, breathe, and hear what God might be saying today. Let's feed our spirit before the world feeds us the flesh. Today's daily bread is titled The Blessing of Walking with God. The Blessing of Walking with God. Coming from the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verses 3 to 12. Leviticus chapter 26, verses 3 to 12. So we're in this passage and it shows us what it looks like when a life is aligned with God, not just in words, but in obedience. Verse 3 begins, "If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them." That word if matters. God is laying out a condition not to control us, but to show us that there are results connected to obedience. He doesn't just want us to hear his word, he wants us to walk in it, keep it, and do it. And when that happens, he begins to describe the outcome. In verses 4 to 5, God talks about provision, rain in due season, fruitful land, harvest that doesn't run out. This represents more than just agriculture, it points to sustainability and provision. When you walk with God, he knows how to sustain you. He knows how to meet your needs at the right time, not always early, not always late, but in due season. Then in verse 6, he speaks about peace. "And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid." That is deep, because peace is not just about what's around you, it's about what's within you. God is saying, "I will give you a kind of peace where fear doesn't control you. You can rest, you can breathe. You're not constantly anxious or on edge." That kind of peace only comes from him. Then in verses 7 through 8, he talks about victory. "Ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you." This doesn't mean life will never or will have no battles. It means when battles come, you won't be fighting alone. God gives strength, strategy, and victory to those who walk with him. Then in verse 9, it says, "For I will have respect unto you and establish my covenant with you." God is saying, "I will be mindful of you. I will remain faithful to what I promised." Even when we are inconsistent, God remains consistent. But the key is staying aligned with him. Then verse 10 speaks about a provision. It speaks again about provision and abundance. So much that they would have to clear out old storage to make room for the new. And that is overflow. Not just enough, but more than enough. And then we reach the heart of the passage in verses 11 through 12. "And I will set my tabernacle among you, and I will walk among you, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people." This is the greatest promise of all. Not just provision, not just peace, not just victory. Presence. Presence. God says, "I will be with you." Because at the end of the day, the blessing is not just what God gives. It's that it is that God is there with you. You can have resources and still feel empty. You can have success and still feel lost. But when God is with you, everything changes. His presence brings direction, peace, correction, and assurance. And that's what makes the difference. So what does this passage teach us? First, obedience matters. Obedience matters. God connects his promises to how we walk with him. Second, God provides what we need in the right season. Third, God gives peace and victory, even in a world full of uncertainty. And most importantly, God's greatest gift is his presence. So today, don't just chase blessings, chase alignment with God. Walk in his ways, stay rooted in his word, live in obedience, not perfectly, but intentionally. Because when you walk with God, you don't just receive what he has, you experience who he is. And there is no greater blessing than that. Bread and breath. If this blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe. And share this with one person who needs peace today. Be blessed, family.